That is on the fairground between Homers and West City Park. That is one that we've had earmarked to be a sports complex down there where we can have more youth activities. So when a parent takes their children to go down to play sports, whether it's girls or boys, baseball, softball, soccer, whatever, you can take them to one location instead of jumping all over town to find a spot to take them. So hopefully we're going to come to a conclusion with that. It's been many years in the process. And that's just the first shot. Okay. So, I got hearing like an owl. But anyway, so we are getting areas ready for development. If you look at North Broadway alone, that could be 1,000 acres that we can develop out there. It's going to be along an interstate or a highway and an interstate eventually that we think that we can really make an opportunity. So part of the decisions we have to do today is make those opportunities exist for the next generation to kind of finish them up, because 1,000 acres isn't going to be done overnight, and we have to lay the foundation today.
I think if we're talking about a quality of life institutions being brought here, one of the things that we have right now is the Nickel Plate Trail to the north and to the south. It's not connected through Peru right now. I think the Nickel Plate Trail is a great asset that could bring a lot of people to Peru and make it the destination spot that Mr. Walker was talking about. But we have to have people in the mayor's office who can work with other interests and get that done and be willing to compromise. We also need to have people who are going to work with the community, just like the skate park, be willing to work with them and not against them to bring new facilities to Peru and raise the quality of life here in Peru. I know Mr. Bunker mentioned the internet, and I believe it was like Amazon Prime. He's talking about it not being part of his generation. I also think that having somebody of a younger generation that does understand better the internet and those types of businesses that we can attract here, because it's closer to that generation, will be an asset to the mayor's office too.
Different generation, right? I guess if you're under 30, you only shop on Google Play. That's what I'm told, because of the free shipping or 2 days or something like that. I'm a big internet person because that's not, that's where I get all my stuff. But Peru needs to be a destination. The problem that we have in this community right now is that the current administration, not criticizing Jim per se, but the current administration has had 12 years to get us to where we need to go. And all the charts show us going backwards. That's 30 seconds. He talked twice that long.
Okay, I have 30 seconds. Okay. You know, I've heard a couple times tonight now that the mayor's office is not working with people and not encouraging people to come in. And I find that kind of laughable, actually, because we do work with people. We've had a lot of people come in. You know, with the skateboard project, yeah, we put up $30,000, and that paid for the concrete, and we paid for a lot of other things, the design architect, and all those. We're not against working with people. Do you have a difference of opinion from time to time on how to go? Yes, you do. Anybody in business, anybody holds an office. Did you just hit me?
As far as working with people, you only have to ask Steve Anderson to the validity of whether or not we had cooperation through City Hall. And I don't have time in 30 seconds to give the litany of things that we did not have cooperation with.
Okay, and our final question. should you lose the election in November, what are your plans? Do you plan to stay involved? And this is for Jim. Start with Jim. What if you do happen to lose the election in November? In terms of civic engagement, what are your plans moving forward?
Okay. If I get defeated in November, what are my plans moving forward?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. Elections and the mayor's job has never been the definition of me. Moving forward, if I wasn't going to be in the mayor's chair, I could spend more time with the grandkids doing things with them, spend more time with my wife and my son and daughter and son-in-law, doing things on a family basis. Because I am 63 and I did retire from the phone company and I haven't even taken my pension from there yet. So if the people of this community choose they'd like to go another route, that is your choice. And when anybody gets involved in politics understands that. You may win an election, you may lose an election. But life will go on, and I will do things. Will I still be involved in the community? Yes, that's who I am. I have a lot of confidence in this community. I think it can be a better community. Why haven't we got them done if I've been in there 12 years? Wayne mentioned earlier about 2008. No money. You can have all the greatest ideas in the world on paper, but if you don't have a checkbook to back it up, they don't get done. You have to postpone them to a later time. But no, I'll still be involved in the community because I just believe in the community. I think it has a bright future, and I think it has a lot to offer, and I think I have a lot to offer. Hopefully I'm going to be here another 4 years to finish up some of the things that I'd like to see done. But if that's not what happens, I'll be doing something.
When I was in college, I spent a semester studying in London and traveled throughout Europe. And I think I was the only person out of those 50 students from Ball State when our way home was excited to get back to their home. I love Peru. I always wanted to come back to this community. It's my roots, it's my strength, it's my inspiration. And if I do not win this race, I really do enjoy doing electrical work. It's pretty calming. Actually, it's a nice getaway from the campaigning, and I'll have more time to get involved with some of the things that I haven't had the time to, like CASA. I would love to be an advocate for children in the court system, and I'd also like to use my my history with construction to help Habitat for Humanity. So there's plenty of things here for me. It doesn't happen. And also, I would still make sure to go to every single city council meeting because I think that's something that the people in Peru should really strive to do.
What would I do if I don't get elected? I guess I'd continue doing what I do right now. I buy houses, I work on houses, I try to improve the community, continue to teach at Ivy Tech. I love teaching students who want to learn, try to impart some knowledge on them over the years. Jim and I are both the same age, we're both 63, and I'll be 64 in November, you'll be 64 in the spring. Not by much. Anyway, not by much. But basically, the only reason I got into this race was because I've seen a decline of our community since I graduated in 1970. Period. We're going backwards. And we're going backwards faster than we should be when we look at surrounding communities. I look at the population for surrounding communities. Warsaw is the only community in our area that's actually growing on a population plus. But the surrounding communities around us have fallen, 1 or 2%, where we've fallen 13% of the population. I just don't take that this community can't go forward, I guess. When I was out walking getting signatures to be on this ballot, people ask me, what are you running for? Yeah, that's sort of a stupid idea. What do you think you're going to do is get humiliated? Well, I guess that's part of life, get humiliated, get laughed at occasionally. But my mom always told me, if you don't try, you'll never succeed. So all three of us up here have that same thought. I'm not criticizing either one of the other two opponents here. We all want to see Peru succeed. It's just that who will the voters believe has the best vision and the most experience to try to get this community moving forward rather than backwards as we have been the last 3 decades. Thank you.
Okay. In conclusion, you'll each have a minute to do a closing statement, and we'll start with Gabe. Don't forget, if you're available, if you're willing to stick around a little bit, if people have any other questions. As I said before, we had a ton of questions we didn't get to tonight. I hope the candidates would be open to sending questions to them and getting the responses. You can publish those on a regular basis in the paper. So, go ahead with your 1 minute, Sandy.
Okay. Well, just a quick correction. Kokomo has seen population growth in the last few years, and I've seen firsthand working with the city of Kokomo how they've accomplished that. As far as my closing, I believe, honestly, the one thing that the people of Peru can count on me bringing to the table as a mayor is that I will listen and I will work with opposing views to make sure that the best possible outcome is what we have in Peru. It is not going to be my way or the highway. I will not rule with an iron fist. I want to hear the opinions and the ideas of every citizen of Peru. I think that we have an overabundant pool of talent in this city to make it a great place to live. And I'm willing to listen to all of those. Thank you.
I really don't want to correct Gabe, but the population of Kokomo has went back 1.98% according to the statistics until the 2020 census comes out and they actually confirm all these numbers. These are estimates by the Census Bureau, and they've actually went back. I correct myself. I actually divided that one wrong. They went up 1.9%. Hey, leaders do make mistakes, but what they have to learn to do is to admit their mistake and give credit to the person who was right. And Gabe was right on that one. I divided it backwards rather than forwards, so I had a mistake there. But I believe in teamwork. When we was on the school board, we had a team together, we had team leadership sessions, and we learned how to work together. And that's what this community needs, is a group of people that are willing to work together to try to move the community forward. Hold on 30 seconds. I was responding back to you. Oh, that's your phone?
No, my phone is dying.
Uh-oh. You're going to lose your 30 seconds? Anyway. Okay, putting that against my time. Anyway, but like I said before, I think all of us want to see the community forward. It's just up to the voters to decide who they think has the best vision and the best platform to try to move the community forward. All three of us will be involved in the community. Afterwards, win and lose, there's no draw in this game, it's not poker. But whoever wins has a challenge to try to move this community forward, and the losers need to stick behind and try to help the ones that's left trying to lead. Thank you.
Let me end by saying thank you all for being here this evening and listening to the thoughts of all the candidates here. As far as my closing, when I look back over the 12 years of being here, I can say I'm very proud of what we've accomplished and the people that I worked with at City Hall. We went through some very difficult times. We went through the tax caps and the circuit breakers, and we went through a lot of difficult financial times there. But we never laid anybody off. We never cut back on their benefits. We kept every employee working when other communities were shutting off street lights, laying people off, and doing many things to stay within their budgets. We didn't do that. We kept their health insurance at an affordable rate for us, but still covered their families. Were there changes? Yeah, there were changes to it. But we still kept it. We didn't eliminate anything or did not take any of their children or their spouses off. So we've done a lot of good things in the community. I think we've moved the community forward. We have the community on fair ground right now. And give me 4 more years and we'll make it a lot better place then. Thank you.
This isn't a political announcement, but I did put a community survey out, and it is nonpartisan. I don't care what the results are. It's going to be October the 4th at the Civic Center at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Get your friends and neighbors come out, and Jim and Gabe can come also. It's for the whole community because this survey had about 165 responses last time I looked, which is pretty good because I had 39 questions. People took time to do it. And maybe we can learn, all of us as a community, what the community feels about the community, not what we feel about the community. So October the 4th at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, at the Civic Center, there's going to be hors d'oeuvres there to snack on. And there's not going to be, I'm not going to politic on that one. I'm just going to put out what the results are.
Any other announcements or anything since you had one there? You have any other campaign announcements or anything like that that you want to let the community know about?
Well, I know there's going to be another debate. I'd ask for you to continue to look for the details on that and come and enjoy the next debate, October 15th. Come and enjoy that and see if there's anything else that you can learn about each candidate. But again, just thanks for being here, and you know, it's part of the process. And well, like I said, we may not always agree, but we're all still part of this great community.
All right, well, I want to thank everyone, the candidates especially, for taking the time to come out here and discuss these issues. Thank you all for coming. Without your support, we wouldn't be here, and just want you to make sure you vote on November 3rd. We'd like to have, we'd like to be able to report on a huge voter turnout this year. So thank you very much. Good evening.